Hello everyone, so today I am going to be weighing all the reptiles in the reptile room. It is the 7th, so it is weighing day. I waited till it was nighttime because I first need to feed the crested geckos, which generally seems to come on weighing day. So I'm going to feed those, as well as I need to add water to the turtle tanks. Just do a little bit of maintenance, and then I'm going to film each one being weighed, and I will tell you their weights right there. And then I'm going to be trying to do this video a little bit different than last time and show the animals more. So I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy. Okay, so it took a little bit of trickery, but I got Beth out. I had to spray the other side of her den because she was down in her den and I couldn't reach her. So I sprayed through it. And she's even bigger. Either she has eggs or there's some type of like impaction going on or something, because she is just fat. Like, I've seen other leopard geckos, like healthy leopard geckos, and I mean, like, her tail's fine, but her stomach just keeps getting bigger. And I do have her on a loose substrate, but I can't imagine that's it, because I just don't think it would be. So last time she was 3 ounces and now she's 314. So I'm not gonna do anything about it. I guess I'll just keep caring for her how I am. I mean, she seems healthy, she's active, and I feed her and she eats and doing everything well. And I don't know, she just seems really big. I'm hoping one day I'll see her and she'll just be a whole lot smaller, and then I'll know like she laid an egg or something. So I always do Beth first normally, because I like to get her when she's out, but I was a little bit too late this time, so I went ahead and sprayed inside of her hide, and then she came out. So this is a pretty rare sight right here. Darwin's actually mid-shed right now, so I'm not going to mess with her while she's shedding. Maybe I'll move to the last. Wow! See how big they can open their mouth? That's crazy. They just have their mouth to work with when shedding. So I already have Leonard out. I just fed him. And then I also have Lioness out because I just fed him. So I'm going to go ahead and do those two. But that's not something you see every day when you keep crushed geckos. Other reptiles, like Charles, you're going to see him shed, but not these guys. I've only seen her shed once, and I've owned her for over a year. And I caught Garfunkel shedding at some point, but that's literally it. I don't think I've ever seen Teddy shed before, or these guys. Okay, so he actually grew a lot. That's really good. Wow. Okay. He was 106 ounces. Now he's 123 ounces. So that's really good. I still think he looks skinny, but whatever. He's growing and he eats really well and stuff. So now I just gotta go ahead and measure him, and I haven't been filming that part, and because it's hard to do and it's hard to film. So, but it's basic. And then I will go ahead and move on to Linus, and then Teddy, and then maybe I'll do Darwin later, because I just don't want to mess with her while she's shedding. I don't want to stress her out. So here we have Linus, and he just did something really fantastic. He just ate a bunch of food for me. I mean, I still had to get him to eat at first, but after I put the thing in front of him, after I got the initial starting to get him eat, he just like went at it like he never has before, or he hasn't for a long time. Which is what I sometimes have to do with Teddy even still, is I have to get her to start eating, and then she'll decide like, oh yeah, I want to eat. Let's see. I'm trying to get him in the middle. It's one of the hardest things about this. Okay, I'm gonna go with 0.92. Hopefully that's good. Linus? Yes, that is. Okay, so that's consistent growth. 2 months ago, she was 0.71. Then last month she was 81, and now, I'm saying she this whole time, now he is 0.92, so pretty consistent there, which is good, especially since he is a bit of a he's a bit troublesome. One thing with these new geckos, I call them new, I got them a couple months ago, but I guess Linus and Leonard, is that they're really long. Like, that's something that Darwin just isn't very long, and Teddy has her tail like weird, but it's not like fallen off. I think it was cut off at some point or something. I don't know how to explain it. But it's like way shorter than normal. But even the other geckos that I got with these ones that I then got to shelled reptiles, their tails were really long as well. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the sky, and then I will move on to Teddy. Last month, she was 127 ounces, and now she is, 1.27 ounces, and now she is 1.45. So she grew a ton, which is awesome, but she also just ate quite a bit of food. But as I said earlier in the video, I normally do these on their feeding days, so it's kind of consistent, if that makes sense, because they eat each time. Anyway, moving on to the next animal. So since Darwin is still shedding, I decided to move on to turtles now. So first on the list is my main turtle here. My main pet turtle is Lewis, and he's the only one I have to contain while I weigh them, because he is crazy nuts. As you can see, he's the tamest turtle you're ever gonna meet ever, and he just doesn't even care if you touch his head. His legs are always out when you pick him up, and he's always moving around, and he just has the coolest colors ever. So I'm just gonna lock him in this container, because there's just, actually, here, wait, I need to get the container to weigh nothing real quick. Let's see. Okay. So then I can go ahead and lock him in this container. I used to wrap him in a towel, but he's really good at getting out of towels. So kind of get a rough weight here, because he's going to be moving around. 1009. Okay, we're going to go with that, and then I'm just going to measure him real quick. Wow, he's just a runner. He's crazy. So it was 1009. And then, you see, he just doesn't like staying still. Yeah, this guy's awesome. He's gonna go out to the big pond once it starts staying warm. So I'm saying 5 3/8. So as you can imagine, I am very excited about this. He is doing fantastic. He's the biggest he's ever been since I've gotten him. And he was last month as well. So last month he was 9.74 ounces. And this month he is 10.09 ounces. He has never been over 10 ounces since I've had him. I've had him since actually, I don't know how long I've had him. I don't know. I've had him over a year for sure. But that is just nuts. I'm very excited about that. So this is Norman. He's my most aggressive turtle. I think I've had him for just over a year now. I think in April, at the end of April, it was a year. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's a very feisty turtle. As you can see, he likes to bite everything. So here's Peewee. She was 34.71 ounces, and now she is 35.84, which is even bigger than she was before she laid eggs. So either she has laid eggs again, or she's just gained back that weight. She's actually right about at her peak weight that she was some months ago, 35.87. So that is good and concerning all at the same time, because if she does have eggs, then she needs to go ahead and lay them at some point, which is the concerning part. But I'll be moving them out to the 300 gallon, as I said, and she will have an area to lay eggs, so she'll be able to take care of that then. But she currently is not provided with that. About 7.5. Yep. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. He is a whole lot bigger. And he's in fact the biggest that he's ever been. That's fantastic. Okay, right. His shell isn't doing so well, and at this point I just need to get like a lot of UVB and more clean water, because honestly I need to do a water change on like every tank, but he could definitely use more water. I mean more water, better water quality. He's just gonna run away, but that's really good weight wise. But again, shell wise isn't really the best thing. But that's good weight wise. Next up is actually Richard and Beatrice, but I'm gonna save them for last because they're out in the living room. But here I have the little tiny baby red sliders, Marcus and Adam. So first up is Adam, and he's the smaller of the two and the flatter of the two, and he's right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put him here. He is 1.69, which is really good. And then here is Marcus, who is he's getting very large actually. Let's see what he is. 2.22, which is really good. So he was 1.66 ounces, and now he's 2.22. And the smaller one, Adam, was 1.27, and now he's 1.69. So they're both doing well. I think Adam's pretty interesting. He's not like full looking, if that makes sense. He's very, very flat. You can see the difference here. You can tell that this one is like pancaked compared to this, which is kind of interesting. Hopefully they'll do well outside during the summer, but I have a pretty cool plan with them for outside during the summer. So now it is the Midland painted turtles. So first we're going to start with the bigger one here, and he is 430 ounces. And then the little one, because they're crazy and crawling around, is 250. So 430 and 250. And then I'm going to go ahead and measure them. So the Midland painted turtle was at 4.16 ounces last month, and now it's at 430. And the baby Midland painted turtle was at 240, and now it's at 250. So I will now move on to the map turtles. Okay, so this is the smaller of the two, which was Wichita map turtles. It has like a W sound at the beginning, I think, or Ochita as I've been pronouncing it. And wow, basically it grew an ounce, which is quite a lot. That's pretty crazy. And I've been calling this one Black Lip because it has a black bottom lip, which I find pretty interesting. Okay, let me get that exactly again. But these guys don't really have official names yet, so this is just the smaller of the two. And then I'll go get the bigger female. This is the bigger one, who really just doesn't have any type of name at all. And she is actually smaller. I'm not very surprised about that. She's about 0.3 smaller than before. I have no idea why the other one grew so much. But I'm not very surprised. I haven't really seen these guys like eat normally, so I'm not worried about that though. They're big turtles, so they'll get to whatever, the eating and whatnot. So she lost a little bit of weight. That's all right though. I'm gonna move on to Ethel and Lucy, the elbow sliders. So first is Ethel, the larger of the two, and in the background is Lucy crawling around. But she's 13.69. That's only 0.07 more than last time, so she's sustaining weight basically, which isn't too bad. And now I will do Lucy. But as you may notice, I have a large amount of turtles right now, and that large amount is 12. I have 12 turtles currently. So I am rehoming these two yellow belly sliders. As you can see, they are perfect. Like, look at that. They're just so, man. Once you've seen the turtles I've seen, like, these just are so refreshing to look at. They're just so amazing looking. So that's fantastic. So one thing you should keep in mind with these like last 6 turtles is that I haven't had them for over a month. So like these guys I only got at the end of April, and it's now I guess a quarter through May or something like that. So I haven't actually had them very long, only like a week or two maybe. So that's why their weights may not be drastically different. This one's actually down a bit, which I'm also kind of not surprised by, because I don't think I've really been seeing these guys eat. But again, I'm not exactly concerned about that. I think that, these guys are currently the elbow sliders, the painted turtles, and the other sliders, the red-eared sliders, are all in the same cage, and they've been in and out of the big pond, and it's hard to feed them in there. So and they can be really active in there, so I'm not uber surprised that she lost weight, but I will make sure that she is eating and whatnot. But this is so I super quickly weighed Darwin because I just want to get it done on the right date. But I hope I didn't stress her out too much. I just picked her up, put her on the thing, and weighed her very quickly. So I didn't film it, but she did gain a bit of weight, which is good. So now I can weigh Beatrice and Richard. Okay, so now I have Beatrice to do, and I'm going to do her first because as far as I'm concerned, where the heck is she? She must be in a hide. I assume she was under there. Huh. As far as I'm concerned, she's completely out of any type of quarantine that she was in before, because she's been in with the iguana, and the iguana is the main concern for the main reason I'd quarantine any of my reptiles before I bring them into my room. So I'm gonna go ahead and weigh her. I'm assuming she's in her hide box there. So here she is. She's gonna stand up. Let's see, where is she? Okay, that's kind of expected. She dropped her weight again. Last time she was just sustaining weight. So she's about 1 ounce less than she was when I originally got her. But here's the thing with that. She was in the iguana's cage for a long time, and I don't think she ate at all while she was in the iguana's cage. And that was a week or two or something. And that's not good. So she's eating now, so that number should look better next month is the theory. So that's unfortunate, but these guys are quite hardy, so it should be pretty all right. So here we have Richard, and as normal, he is completely asleep, and I'm disturbing him because he is diurnal, as bearded dragons are. Wow, he's big. He's grown a lot. That's good. He's close to 2 ounces more than he was last month, which is really good. So that's it for Richard, and he's the last animal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it got to you more than a month later after I filmed it. My videos have kind of been backed up for a while, and I'm starting to see that it's kind of an issue, and I have no idea what to do about it, so I'm gonna have to figure something out there. But I will try to get the other weighing videos out closer to the time that I actually weigh them. So I think this video will be posted like mid-June, and I filmed it May 7th, so that's not exactly great, but I hope you guys enjoyed anyway, and if you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, in the comments below, and if you want more content, then subscribe. Have a fantastic day.